Bill Zeltman, the real estate guru, coming at you live here, wanting to talk to you about 17 places to find prospects. I've got a good one for you today. This one may not be for everybody, but I want everybody to listen because sooner or later, you may be able to use this. We always talk about finding for sale by owners. Skip that today. I want you to find for rent by owners. What's a for rent by owner? That's somebody that owns a vacation home, an investment property of some kind, and they're trying to find people. Sometimes they're actively trying to find people. Usually when you find them, they're actively trying to find somebody to rent a house. So here's what I want you to do. The beauty of this one, if you live in a place where there's resort areas along a coastline or even in the mountains or in a skiing area, you could find some big ticket properties to sell. I mean, $1 million plus properties to sell by using this tactic, and I want you to use it. So you call it for rent by owner and just explain to them. All you do is ask them for an open listing. Say, hey, look, I know you're trying to rent this yourself, especially if they're renting weekly. Listen, can I put this on my website? If I happen to get somebody for you, will you pay me, 10% of that weekly rent? They all say yes, and usually they have relationships with several other realtors, and they try to rent them themselves because they need to fill week in and week out their inventory to make sure that they make a profit on the property. You may also get somebody that's trying to rent a year-round property using for rent by owner, and they may be frustrated with the situation. Well, here's the key, and the key especially with these people doing weekly, you say, hey, I'm gonna get in touch with you about 4 times a year. You set the expectation right from the beginning. I'm gonna get in touch with you about 4 times a year just to see your inventory, if prices change, and what we can do to maybe change pictures or marketing, see if you have anything new to get your property, make sure we get your property rented as many weeks as I possibly can. They're not gonna say no because you're there offering them a service. Every time you call them, you kind of have a conversation. Find out, do they wanna buy a second investment property? Maybe they've gotten to their wits' end and you call them right at the right time and they say, you know what, we've been doing this for years. I just had a pipe burst. It's a pain in the neck. I live an hour away. I need to sell this place. Now you've got the listing. And remember, that's the purpose of your call. It's not to make $100 or $200 off a weekly rental. In fact, that's a pain in your neck. But you do it because of the prospect of building a relationship, forging a relationship with these landlords, especially remote landlords, so that when the time comes that they're ready to buy another property, or the time is that they're fed up and they want to sell the property, that they use you to list it. Again, another great way to fill your pipeline and to get raw material in your factory to have more and more people to talk to on a consistent basis, which is what the success is for the great prospector. The great prospector that's out there knows this, that they need to talk to people every day. The problem that most realtors deal with is their income goes up and down because they prospect, they get some clients and they stop. Well, I'm giving you 17 places that you can consistently prospect to people all the time and always have a full pipeline of people to call. Bill Zeltman, your real estate guru, thanks for joining us. Join me again as we go through 17 places to find prospects.